have a dog?
Yeah, I do. I do.
What
Yeah,
kind of dog do you have?
a Yorkie, a little Yorkie. Yeah, Brownie. Name is Brownie.
How old?
Man, like 10 now. It
Oh,
looks
so
like a puppy. It's a
he
girl. It's a female.
okay, so she's old, and I
Yeah.
say old because I have a dog as well. I have a Yorkie poodle, and he is 11.
Uh huh. Oh wow.
So yeah, I feel like I can like, I
It,
feel like I can say that.
yeah, it still got a lot of energy though, right? Like most people think it's a puppy.
And it's crazy. I get the same thing too. A lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, how old is your puppy? Is he like 3?" I'm like, "No, this dog is almost 12. Like he's a
Right.
grown man." He
Right.
acts
Right.
like it all the time. So I mean, we talked. What it was like this time last year, if not like a few months earlier, in the middle of the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic, things are kind of open a little
Opening
bit.
back up. I'm excited, man. I'm glad. It's time to get out the
How
house.
how have you been doing over the last few months?
I've been doing excellent, man. Just really been formulating my company, my business as a production house, and just new endeavors. I'm doing my first like headlining show in DC on the 21st. So I'm excited about that. We putting it together from scratch, all independent. So just trying new things, man. Trying to branch out and become, a mogul. Trying to figure
So
it out.
I mean, you just said you coming up to the DMV. You
That's
got your
right.
you're headlining a show. So when people come, what exactly can they expect? Because like you said, you're headlining. So this is you.
Right. So I'm actually doing it in collaboration with my little brother. His name is Drew Ashby, and he's a jazz musician, but um, transferring over into like becoming a producer, and he's growing. And we just did a mixtape together called the For Lovers tape. And that comes from Virginia's For Lovers, that whole
Yeah.
slogan. And it's pretty much just R&B. We took some of our favorite R&B records, like from Calling on You with John B to Essence, Wizkid, and we did our whole own thing on it, like from scratch. He reproduced everything, so it's got our feeling on it. And I kind of grew up on mixtapes, and like it was cool for me to just go in with one producer and do a project from top to bottom, because usually it's sporadic. Like I'm a songwriter as well, so I do music with everybody, but really just locking in the studio with him, it was cool. And then also vocally, I got to challenge myself because I'm singing other people's songs, and that was cool. We put our little twist on it, so it turned into something bigger than I expected. And a lot of people, reached out. They were loving the music. So I'm like, man, we might as well throw a show. We haven't been on stage in forever, so it's
Do
time
you
to do
ever
that.
get nervous? I mean, you said you're covering other people's songs. You're
Yeah.
putting your own twist to it.
Hmm.
Do you ever get nervous when you're like, "Hey, I'm about to like cover a Kid and a Tim's Essence," because the original song is so fire, and it's just like, let me step in
Right.
here and see what I can do with it. Do you ever get nervous in those moments?
Nah, I think we bodied it. To be honest, I think our version is slapping harder than this. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
But
I
nah,
mean,
it it's our own vibe. I think it's dope because one, like I said, it challenges me to go in different ranges and try different things, and you can get comfortable doing the same thing over and over again. So I always like to stretch as an artist and just
yeah.
build creatively. So it's kind of like the prequel to my album that'll be dropping next year. Just kind of
Um,
warming people up. I'm more massaging it out.
so go ahead and just give us the details on the album, because I was going to ask some new music on the way, but you just threw it out there. So give us the
Oh
details
yeah.
on the album.
So the project is called Virginia Boy. It's real homey. And it talks about everything I guess I've experienced through my career, from moving to LA and those big moves and changes, and the things I experienced as an artist during that time, and growing. And then especially through my journey in love too. I just got married recently, this year, so um, yeah, man, I'm excited to really put that one out into the world, and let people hear it from top to bottom. And I'm working with a lot of my close producers, mostly from Richmond. Everybody's like really home based. Even though I've done a lot of work with outside producers, I think it's cool for the first project to be homegrown, so people can really, grasp my roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. But it's real R&B though. It's definitely in that field. We follow in the footsteps of Chris Brown, Trey Songz, D'Angelo.
We love
All
it.
those
We love
greats.
it. That's one thing I can say about Virginia, the 804. When it comes to R&B,
Mm-hmm.
it's done very, very well. So
Yeah.
excited to hear the project. When, and I don't know if you can drop this information. Do you
Mm-hmm.
have a date on when it's coming out?
Not an exact date. We after the show, I'm locking in the studio for a couple weeks with one of my main producers named Il Maestro. He's from Richmond as well. He produced my last two singles, "Jumpin' and I Like You." So I'm excited to get back in there with him because we haven't worked in a while actually because of the pandemic and all that different type of stuff. So I'm really excited about that energy. But we got some visuals coming at the top of the year, so that's really going. That's my strong suit. Like, you know, I'm a director too, so
Yeah.
that's really where I think I shine through as an artist, and I just want to practice consistency this year.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, you know, being a director and doing so, wearing so many hats, sometimes you'll go in one direction and everything will be hitting right there, and you kind of lose sight of what your other vision was. But now 2020 kind of gave me time to sit back and, you know, put everything into perspective
Yeah.
and then move forward.
How has getting married changed you, or has it changed you as an artist?
Not at all, honestly. We've been together for a long time. So we built our production company together and everything. So I think it's dope, man. I think we see a lot of examples of it now in Black Love from the Jay-Z's, the Beyonce's. It's definitely out there. So the role model. So we just kind of following in those footsteps. And I think my music, man, got better.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know?
Come on. I love to hear when we step into a man's lives, and I say we as women because that's what we do. Okay, we step into your
Facts.
lives, we make you better, and you just said it, like, you know, the music has gotten better. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's real honest, man. It's truthful, and it's always good to have somebody beside you, you know, who's locked in and on the same page. Because it's hard to find one person like anywhere in the world, whether a business partner or anything. So when you find that, I think you definitely need to cherish it and you know what I'm saying, like grow, build something great. So that's what we.
How did you know she was? I'm still single, so I'm still trying to figure this whole like dating world out. How did you know like this is the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with?
It's funny, man. I said it like the moment I saw her. I just said it. I was like, that's gonna be that's gonna be it, and it just went like that. I think sometimes like you really do speak things into existence. Like if you say it and you believe it, and then it's definitely not an easy road. You gotta be willing to stick it out and make it through certain things. But that's what builds character. That's what, you know what I'm saying, like makes y'all strong. And at the end of the day, now it's definitely nothing that's going to, you know, sever that tie. We locked in.
I love it. Woo, woo, woo. I'm gonna manifest.
Oh
I'm not gonna
yeah,
say my
it's coming.
husband because
It's
we want
coming.
to listen.
Right around the corner.
20, 2022, okay? When because we're gonna talk again in 2020. At this point, I feel like this is an annual situation between me and you.
Yes.
But 2022, when we talk again, you're gonna be like, so what's the relationship situation looking like? And I'm gonna be like,
Facts.
we spoke it
Facts.
into existence.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I'm a firm believer in like, you know, speaking stuff into existence and manifesting. So I love that you said that. You know, you talked a little bit earlier about you being a director. You got an opportunity to work with Nelly and let's see, country star Florida Georgia Line.
Yep. Yep.
How was
Yeah.
that? Because that puts you. You're directing a country music video,
Right.
like
Right.
that puts you in a different space. So how was it directing this video?
Man, that was a wild experience because it was you know, I'm young in the game, and just to be have that opportunity was amazing. One, and Nelly didn't really know me beforehand, so I knew his manager. We were really cool, and I've done a lot of work for like other artists through them. So he was like, "Man, Nelly, you gotta get with this kid." So I talked to him a couple times on the phone, but the first time he actually seen me in person was when we pulled up at the shoot, and in Florida Georgia Line as well. So I know, and it's a major production. So they pull up in these big trailers, and Lay's and Dodge Ram they were sponsoring the videos. So it was a lot of correspondence that we had to go through, and it was just me and my wife, you know, and we took the whole thing in. We went to Nashville. We didn't get no sleep for like 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, because it's a lot of pressure in those moments, especially knowing who Nelly was, being a fan from when I was little. Like I was like, oh my gosh, it's about to be crazy. But we ran into some hiccups when it first started, but that's with any production. You can just expect that. and we were able to overcome it. The artist, Florida Georgia Line, the country artist, they were like, "Yo, man, you're like one of the best directors we've ever worked with. This is the funnest set." Because I think we just went in there and like the whole thing about art is just making sure that you love what you do. So no matter what, no matter when all the logistics come in and things kind of like try to get your mind off creative, I kind of lock myself out, stay in this creative space, and that's what keeps me motivated and keeps me like, okay, everything's gonna be good. Don't worry about it. As long as the vision's there,
Yeah.
we're gonna accomplish what we accomplish. And I think it was a great milestone, man. Like we stepped into a new world and a lot introduced to a lot of different people, and I think some people didn't even expect for us to be able to handle it. Even Nelly called me like after the video. He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I was nervous. I was nervous for you because I knew how big this was." He was like, "Jay had told me, you know, you were new to this, but man, you really handled yourself well, man. And yeah, me and him have a cool relationship now, and I'm just looking forward to doing some more stuff and seeing what's next."
I think it's dope, and I love that you did that. Moving from hip hop, R&B, the urban scene to the country music scene, which is a huge market, and to
Huge.
be able to like go in and do it and add your flavor to it. I love that you did that. That's so dope.
Yeah, we like even some of the ideas they at first they were like, I don't know if we want to do that, but like we had a little bobblehead in the video where Nelly was like, his head was on the dashboard and he was talking, and he didn't want it at all, but eventually that became like one of the coolest parts of the video. They wanted to like sell it afterwards. They were like, man, this is so dope. So I think what it taught me is just really believing in what it is that your vision is. Like if somebody hires you to do a job, just go in and do your job, and don't second guess yourself. So that's what I really learned.
Would you direct another country music video?
Of course, I would definitely do that. That bag is right.
Listen, that's on that's on period. Okay, I hear that. Who is there anybody that because you've worked with a number of people. I mean, you said it yourself. You're a songwriter, you're an artist, you're a director. And we're going into a new year, and like you said, we got to manifest things. So let's go ahead and start manifesting some things. Anybody that you haven't worked with just yet that you're like, I gotta get either in the studio, I gotta write something for them, or I gotta direct something that they're doing.
I definitely want to actually do more music with some female artists this year. I would love to work with like a Janae Aiko. I love her music. Jasmine Sullivan, yeah, they definitely are a catalyst of R&B for real, especially in that space. And I've never really done a collaboration with a female artist like in that space, so that would be a new endeavor for me. And everything else really for next year is focused on my company Book and just doing things internally. Really focusing on self, because we got a lot of music. I got Drew is like a new artist of ours, so we want to cultivate his career, push that forward. So yeah, that's really what I'm looking forward to most though, is what we got going on under production. We got documentaries coming out, working on a feature film, all types of stuff.
So it sounds like 2022 is going to be a busy year for you.
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna be locked in. It's gonna be amazing though. I can already feel it. Like this show for me is like right before we going into the new year, it's gonna set the tone. It's really gonna set the tone and like go from there.
Yeah, absolutely love it, Chris. Everything that you've done, everything you're doing. 804 supports you, DMV supports you. I got them both. So it's always love, it's always support. So I'm always here to support you in any way, shape, or form. So happy holidays. Again, congratulations on everything that you're doing and getting married.
Yeah. Put it up.
Next year we're gonna have this conversation.
That's a fact. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna make sure I remember too.
Yeah, next year when we talk, because
it's probably gonna be on the gram and everything. I'm already know. It's gonna be solid.
I actually kind of feel like I would stand in the shoes of like, you're not gonna know who I'm with until like there's a ring on my finger, just because.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, like I don't want a whole bunch of people, but when we talk, if there is somebody in the picture, I will definitely let you know, because I'm gonna be like, you were the one who said it, you manifested, so I gotta let you know.
That's what we're doing, a whole lot of manifestation on this call today.
Period. Well, Chris, I don't want to hold you any longer. I know you busy. Happy holidays.
Likewise.
And I'll chat with you soon.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, Jackie.